Your cat's hearing is not just a sense. It is an evolutionary masterpiece, a literal superpower. While humans can hear sounds up to 20,000 hertz, your cat's ears are fine-tuned to catch frequencies as high as 64,000 hertz. This is twice as high as our limit. To a cat, your quiet, peaceful home is actually a chaotic battlefield of high-frequency noise that we aren't even aware of. Most owners assume their cat is just being moody or dramatic when they suddenly leave the room, but in reality, you might be making sounds every single day that cause them genuine psychological stress or even physical pain. Today, we're going to look at the 7 most common household sounds that are secretly driving your cat crazy, and more importantly, how you can change your habits to make your home a safe sanctuary for their sensitive ears once again. 1. The aluminum foil assault. Think about the last time you reached for the aluminum foil to wrap up some leftovers. You hear a sharp crinkle, but for your cat, it's a literal assault on their nervous system. Research into feline acoustics shows that the vibrations produced by crinkling foil generate intense ultrasonic frequencies, sounds that are far beyond the reach of human hearing. To a cat, whose ears are designed to detect the tiny, high-pitched rustle of a mouse in the grass, this sound isn't just noise. It's a screeching, irregular alarm that resonates painfully deep inside their inner ear. In older cats, this sound can be particularly dangerous, sometimes triggering a condition known as feline audiogenic reflex seizures. Even if your cat doesn't have a seizure, the sound creates an immediate spike in their cortisol levels, the stress hormone. When you see them flinch or bolt from the kitchen, they aren't being fussy. They are protecting their senses from a physical blow. Try switching to silicone covers or parchment paper to keep your kitchen a silent zone. 2. The hiss of the sprays. Whether it's hairspray, deodorant, or a simple bottle of glass cleaner, that sharp PSSSHT sound is a major psychological trigger for any feline. Evolutionarily speaking, this sound mimics the warning hiss of a venomous snake or a larger, aggressive predator. When you use these sprays near your cat, you aren't just cleaning. You are inadvertently hissing at them in their own language. A study in feline behavior suggests that this specific sound puts cats into an immediate state of fight or flight. Before they even realize you're just getting ready for work, their brain has already flooded their body with adrenaline. It's a universal feline signal that means, I am about to attack. Over time, if they hear this sound constantly in their safe space, it can lead to generalized anxiety and a breakdown in the trust between you and your pet. If you must use sprays, try to do it in a closed room away from your cat to avoid sending them a declaration of war every morning. 3. The digital drip. We live in a world of digital pings, microwaves, laundry machines, and endless phone notifications. To us, these are helpful reminders, but for a cat, these short, high-frequency chirps are unpredictable and startling. Unlike natural sounds that have a fade-in, electronic beeps hit the ear canal with 100% intensity instantly. This lack of a ramp-up doesn't allow the cat's ear muscles to adjust, causing a tiny shock to their system every time your phone dings. If your home is constantly pinging, your cat's nervous system is never truly at rest. They stay in a state of low-level vigilance, perpetually waiting for the next electronic strike. This is why some cats become telephonophobic and hide the moment they hear a ringtone. To help them, consider putting your phone on vibrate or choosing lower frequency, melodic notification sounds that are less jarring to their sensitive feline ears. 4. The ticking panic. In the wild, silence equals safety. For a predator like a cat, being able to hear the wind or a distant twig snap is how they stay alive. A loud, rhythmic, mechanical ticking of a wall clock might be relaxing to you, but for a cat trying to nap, it can be maddening. It creates a baseline of vigilance that prevents the cat from entering the deep REM sleep they need to stay healthy. Imagine trying to fall asleep while someone constantly and rhythmically taps on your shoulder every single second. That's what a loud clock feels like to a sensitive cat. They can't tune it out like we can. If your cat avoids a specific room or seems unusually restless during the day, check for a loud analog clock. Switching to a silent, digital, or sweeping hand clock can instantly transform a room from a place of tension into a peaceful napping spot for your furry friend. 5. The vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaner is the undisputed king of household monsters. But it's not just the volume that scares them, it's the vibration. Cats feel the low-frequency roar of a vacuum through the sensitive pads of their paws and their whiskers. making it feel like the very ground beneath them is shaking. Because the vacuum moves unpredictably and roars, the cat perceives it as a massive, aggressive rival invading their core territory. Worse still, the sheer volume of the machine completely blinds their hearing, which is their primary defense mechanism. When the vacuum is on, your cat feels deaf, cornered, and vulnerable. This is why they don't just walk away, they scramble for the highest, darkest hiding spot they can find. To reduce this trauma, always make sure your cat has an open door to a different room before you start cleaning, and never chase them with the vacuum, even as a joke. 6. The metallic crash. Dropping a metal spoon or clinking keys might seem like a small, harmless mistake to you, but because of the way a cat's ear canal is shaped, these transient noise peaks are deafening. The ear canal of a cat is designed to amplify tiny, high-pitched sounds, but this means that metallic echoes bounce around and amplify to a painful degree. What you hear as a clink, your cat hears as a crash. This is why many cats jump or flinch during their own mealtime if their metal food bowl hits the floor or clanks against a ceramic plate. This constant micro-trauma at the food bowl can even lead to whisker fatigue or food avoidance. Consider switching to ceramic, glass, or silicone bowls. These materials absorb sound instead of reflecting it, keeping their dining area a safe zone where they can eat without the fear of a sudden, metallic explosion of sound. 7. Your loud, happy voice. This is the one that surprises owners the most, because it comes from a place of love. We often greet our cats with high-pitched, enthusiastic shouts like, "Hi, kitty! Who's a good boy?" But high-volume human voices, especially when we use a baby voice in a high register, are biologically stressful for felines. In the cat world, loud noises are reserved for fighting, pain, or extreme danger. Cats communicate affection through soft, low-pitched trills, gentle purrs, and whispers. When you raise your voice in excitement, your cat doesn't necessarily hear love, they hear chaos and potential aggression. They might tolerate it because they trust you, but it's not their preferred way to bond. The most powerful way to say "I love you" in cat language is actually through a soft, calm whisper accompanied by a slow blink. By lowering your volume, you show your cat that you respect their superpower, proving that you are a partner they can truly feel safe with.